So 27 weeks of Premiership football come to a conclusion this afternoon, and after the next 80 minutes we'll have 8 teams remaining in the fight.
Here we go now.
Oh, what a ball! Williams into the clear. He links up with Dylan Brown. And what about that? You couldn't have scripted it any better. In his last game as an Eel, Dylan Brown's the first try scorer, back in the number 6 this afternoon. Sounds like the kind of weather where you could put a towel down and slap on some coconut oil. Maybe not. Lomax takes it on the 10.
Depends who's applying that coconut oil.
Moses! Rips through the middle. Can he outpace the fullback? Can he what? Mitch Moses! He's running like Usain Bolt! From one end to the other.
They've got great trust in each other.
Moses running it. Fires it to Penasini. Lomax down the wing. Back to Penasini. It went behind Walker. Picked up on the scoop. And another try to the skipper.
All lined up to the left here.
Riley Smith goes himself.
Oh my God.
Well, that was seamless.
Oh my gosh.
Cogger rolling it through. Jermaine McEwen gets the Knights on the board. Smith again with room to run before he gives it away, and they're over for another one. Great ball playing. Jermaine Hopgood finds Matt Dury. Here's the Fox. Down the wing, striding out. Moses is there. Make it 3 before half-time. Another great run. One-handed, flinging out the back. It found Moses, then Brown. And Williams on the left-hand side, bounces off his left foot, beats a couple of defenders, back towards the middle. Hopwood there, nabs him around the legs there, down inside the 30. A kick by Moses. Oh, what about that? It is so pretty to watch. Across the decades. Russell now. Fashions an offload. Addo-Carr chips and chases himself. He's got it back, the Fox. He's doing it all. 25 metres away from Newcastle's line. 8 tries already for the locals. Make it 9. He's taking a mickey there. Guymer passed it back to big Junior Polo. Here's Arthur kicking towards Croker. Penasini's knocked it on, and there'll be a try to Marju in the corner. Here's the Fox. He's off for more. 13 metres away now. Talon de Silva. Dylan Walker for Jack Williams. Stop within 3 metres of Newcastle's line. De Silva exploits a huge hole in the Knights' goal line defence. That's 60, and this conversion will mean it is a record win for Para over Newcastle.
Little smile and...
Another try for the record. Surely they'll score. They will. It's Will Penasini in his 100th.
Has he dropped it?
Oh, he can't have dropped it.
He's dropped it.
He's dropped it.
So this is going to be a penalty try, is it? He's offside.
Tyson Frizzell affects the tackle, who is offside. In our opinion, a try would have been scored for not the foul. Decision made.
It's a big, big win for the hosts to end season 2025. Smiles all round, and so there should be, considering their back half of the year. 66 points to 10.
Adam, I don't suppose then use having a deep dive on that. Just a simple invitation. Would you like to say anything about your final game as Newcastle coach?
Yeah, tough one to watch. Tough one. I can't stick a ribbon on that. The people of our town, they don't put up with bullshit. So I thought Parramatta were very good from the first ruck, and we were way off, and we didn't sort of look like winning it back. But, you know, look, over time, this game will I guess the pain and disappointment will ease for these boys, and there is greener shoots. You know, there's better days ahead, but right now, I can't lie, I'm just bitterly disappointing. Some individuals, some players leaving the club on their last day, like they don't. Our town doesn't deserve a performance like that, given what they sit through. So look, we're all disappointed now.
What are the next few weeks involved for you, Adam? Do you stay on for a few weeks, tie up some loose ends? Do you take a holiday? What's Adam O'Brien's future look like?
Yeah, I don't even know what tonight looks like. We've got a presentation on it, and we'll see you out there end of the season, and there'll be some reviews and that, but yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Adam, you've obviously got Dylan Brown coming to the club next year. What are your sort of thoughts on what he can do for the club and how he can help improve things, I suppose?
Well, he's a quality player. I thought, as I said, Parramatta played well, and he played a large part in that with Mitchell. Their spine were fantastic, you know. So yeah, he'll add to the joint, no doubt. You know, as I said, there's better days ahead, definitely. It's hard to see at the moment because we're just talking about that performance, but there's better days. You know, there's another half, a fullback that hasn't been involved, and you add Dylan to that, and a starting back row and a lock. They're all excuses, but they're quality players. There's about 6 of them that'll all jump back in with Dylan, plus a couple of new signings. So there is better days ahead, but right now, whoever comes in to take over, and these boys need to have that performance fuel their pre-season and make sure that they hit the ground running next year.
I mean, obviously today's very disappointing, but you must look back on your 6 years and be pretty happy with what you've achieved overall.
Yeah, in time I'll definitely do that, but right now I just can't stop feeling about that game.
I saw the 2 boys who were forced out HIA, Adam, at the end walking, so are they as good as can be expected after a head knock like that?
Yeah.
Dane, how are you feeling after that loss?
Yeah, pretty obvious. Just disappointed us. I think that's been our season. Really, is just moments in games, and like Adam said, they've got a lot of quality players, and they played good tonight. Nothing to take away from them, but we just from the start we just weren't there, and then had a few HIAs, a few shuffles, and yeah, it's just disappointing. Especially with a young fella on debut, who I thought put in a lot of efforts. Like as you said, played some big minutes, and he's got a bright future. But he didn't deserve that from us. The fans didn't, and one for me is Jaden Bradley. I know we've got a number of players that are leaving us, but for a bloke that's put so much time and effort in, especially in rehab, he's had numerous injuries, Achilles and things like that, and to send him off like that, it's just disappointing. And like you said, we'll have conversations, we'll have moments where we can say our goodbyes, but at the moment it just hurts. You've
been through some lean years here. How hard has sort of the past 8, 9, 10 weeks been?
Yeah, it's been a rough one for us. Obviously, we played finals football the last couple of years, and we went on a bit of a run. And I don't know if we just thought that was going to happen for us, and it never came. And then when it didn't, it just kind of just ate away at us a little bit. I don't know. I'm just talking on myself personally, but yeah, it was just a bit of a tough season. And like as you said, we were missing a lot of key players, but you look at all the good clubs, when those key players are missing, someone else is there to step up, and that's an area we need to focus on and get better. And I obviously don't know who other signings are. We obviously got Dylan Brown coming, but everyone needs to go away and see where, and that's myself included, where we can improve, how we can be better. So if someone does, I guess, get injured or steps down, then someone else is there to step up and perform. So, but yeah, at the moment it'll just be about getting around each other now, and yeah, just enjoying the time with each other, because I'll probably never play with Jaden again. I'll line up against them, but yeah.
Adam, you used 33 players and 8 of them were NRL debutants. It's not a false positive to say that is a bit of a bright light out of a fairly wretched season, finishing with Cody Hopwood today, the 19-year-old. You want to elaborate on, you touched on him a moment ago, but he is one of 8 debutants this season?
Yeah. Yeah, as Gag said, he's got a big future, that kid. He played a lot more minutes today than I expected, just through, you know, I think we'd used 5 or something interchanges by 5 minutes after second half. So he had to stay longer, but he should be really, really proud of himself. He's got a big future at the club, and yeah, as I said, look, over time we'll be able to look back and say, right, we got some games into some young blokes, and probably debuted more than we would like, but they've got some experience now. They'll be. We search hard enough, but right now I just need to be honest. That's not good enough tonight.
Adam, I know it kind of hurts in this moment in time, but you have spent a lot of time with this group. You know them intimately. I don't expect you to say who you think should take your role, but what kind of coach does this group need? Because there's a lot of young players, right, and there's a lot of talent that, if it's all in the right direction, could be a really strong side.
Yeah, look, it's obviously the club's decision. The thing that I'm mindful of, there's a bit of change, in a number of departments, whether it's through our medical or our, high performance area, which is an opportunity to get, some fresh voices and clean slate, but also don't have too much as well, because there is, like I said, there's some good work going on in the pathways and some development of our younger blokes. We don't want to be losing too much of that, because that's going to hold us in good stead for the future, these young guys coming through. So I don't know if I've answered your question. I don't really want to name names or anything like that, because it's none of my business now. It's a club decision.
Rolsey, was that an appropriate end to a very encouraging season?
Yeah, like you never expect that, the score and that sort of thing, but I just think we're continuing to improve each week. I keep saying it, but that's just what we're chasing, just little improvements each week. And we've been playing some really good teams the last back half of the year, and we're slowly getting better, and we're starting to get some results. Scoreboard's the last thing to change, and so it was just really good to see the boys get into a position where we were on the front foot and we were in front, and how we handled it, and it was great.
Discipline and ruthlessness in the second half, were they among the highlights for you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we spoke about half time, how important it was to start the half really well. So, and the boys did that, and we had to correct ourselves a few times. But human nature takes over sometimes when you see space, and they want to play footy, and but we defended most of what we needed to.
Jason, at the start of the year, would you have taken 10 wins, or were you hoping for more than that? Or
Well, it was 46-6 at half time in Melbourne, and something I'll never forget to the day I die. So, and if you said you'll get 10 wins after this, I'd probably have to agree with you there. But I think there was a lot of games there where we were in them up to here, and you kind of look back on it and think, what if? But for me and the playing group and Mitchell, we're on a journey. This is to be continued, and we need to get back in really good shape so that we can give ourselves a chance to continue to get better.
do you think next year the finals are a realistic goal?
I think what a realistic goal is, everyone turns up in good shape, ready to train in November, December, whenever they're back. We'll look to continue to improve each individual, give them the environment to be the best they can be. But that's all. Yeah, a lot of things have got to happen for you to get to that stage. But yeah, who knows?
Mitch, what were the emotions like out there? Dylan Brown's last game for the club, obviously been such a big part of this club for a few years now.
Yeah, we spoke about him at Captain's Run yesterday, and a few of the boys had some really nice things to say about him, and he's just a selfless person, selfless player. He's such a good teammate, good mate off the field, and he could have easily kicked stones a few weeks ago, and when Joash got the 6 jersey and he didn't, he went about it the right way and just put his ego to the side and done what was best for the team. And he's not here next year, but he did what was best for the team at the time, and he got back in the team straight away the next week after. So he kind of set an example for us as going forward, and a bit of a lesson for us, I guess, as a club and as a team. So I love him, love playing with him. I played in his first game and playing his last game with him, so it was pretty good.
Did you get in his ear when he missed that conversion though?
I knew he was missing that. He's not a good goal kicker. He's not a good goal kicker.
How much better is that in terms of your roster and stuff from the time you took over? Like, you've moved a lot of guys on, there are a lot of young guys like Isaiah come into the team this year. But how much more confident are you with what you've got at the moment?
Well, so I think the biggest difference for the start of this preseason, the start of the one we just had, is there's a lot more clarity on. So I know who our fullback's likely going to be. I know who obviously the halfback. We've got a pair of hookers there that are emerging. There's the spines in place. I'm pretty sure on who's going to be fighting out for the back row spots. So there's and then what our middle looks like and where we need to maybe add one if one falls out. So there's going to be a lot more clarity in regards to myself and understanding what we have to work with, as opposed to there was a lot of uncertainty and which led to the change and so the enormous change and also the growth in the team on the back of it. So she was a wild ride early on, but we just had to hold our nerve, and that wasn't just me, that was the whole footy club. CEO, GM, chairman, we're very aligned in regards to what we want to do, but we didn't, you can't foresee exactly how it's going to work, but you just know there's the direction there we want to get to, and sometimes it goes like that to get there. So probably don't want to go through that again anytime soon, but it's a great experience.
Which the club won 7 of the 13 games that you played. If you take you out of it though, where have you seen the development in the footy team over the last season?
Got a really young squad at the moment. Had a whole heap of change at the club I've never seen before, to be honest. And whole new coaching staff, whole new playing group, and just to see the kids that come through, and Rolls give these kids a go and a chance week in, week out. Even though we weren't getting the results, he kept picking them, just kept showing faith in them. And they were repaying him slowly. In big moments, they started to learn. And when we versed really good teams, we were really in games up to the end. And it's probably a bit of experience that was costing us in the end. But those kids learnt. And then towards the back end of the year, when those kids got in those positions again, they come up with the goods. And it was just a good thing to see that the kids were learning on the run and pretty quick as well. So it's been good to see, and obviously being captain, it's been very pleasing.